Hello, my name is Laura Delpino. I'm Head of Exhibitor Engagement at GRIP, and on Step 4, Tutorial 4, I am going to teach you the different networking platform features. So if you haven't logged into your networking platform yet, please refer to Step 1, which was Tutorial 1, explaining to you how to log in and set up your profile. My profile is already set up, so I'm just going to log in. Here we go. I'm all logged in. So I'm going to go over the different features. So the first thing you see when you first connect to the platform is the recommendations we made for you. So the recommendations are made based on your networking goals, and your networking goals are defined based on the profile settings you've given us. So again, that refers to tutorial 1, how to set up your profile. The different questions that you have answered help us define your networking goals, but also your use of the platform, the skip, interest, and request meetings that you do help us learn more about your behavior, what type of profile you're looking to meet, and then make more refined recommendations for you. So that means you should be using the recommendation and the networking platform as consistently as possible prior to the event in order for us to refine your recommendation, for our matchmaking engine to refine the recommendation as much as possible. So important thing here is the calls to action on each of your recommendation. Skip, meaning you're not interested in someone, and every time you skip someone, they will end up in your skip list here. Interest, if you want to show interest in someone and open a conversation, anytime when you show interest to someone, they have the possibility to interest you back. And if they decide to interest you back, then you will find them in My Connections to start chatting. Next is meet. If you decide that this person is fitting your meeting needs, you can simply click on meet. That will give you more information about this person, but also the possibility here to choose all the criteria for your meeting. So a part that is the great thing about the meeting services at the minute is that you can delegate it to different team members. You can delegate meetings to different team members. And the way you can do that is by creating new teams. And that's Step 2, Tutorial 2, about how to create your team and adding all your team members. That way you can delegate meetings to them. But right now we're going to focus on booking meetings. So you can choose a representative. You can decide a day, a time, a location, and write them a message here. Hi, Steve. And then send them an email. Here you can see a little number, 49, that's the number of pending meetings you still have available. That's a good way for you to keep track of how many requests you have left. And then I'm ready and I request meetings, as simple as that. Next step is interested in you. So basically here you would find a list of people that are interested in your profile. So let me show you how it would look. If I were to have people interested in my profile, it would look like this. I'll be able to see them like that. Right now, I don't have anyone interested in my profile, but if I did, I could directly chat with them or meet with them or skip. Next is My Connections. In this section, if someone if you've showed interest in someone and they have interested you back, or if you interest someone back that has interested you, then they will become available to start chatting. Let me show you how it will look. Here, for example, I have a list of people which I have mutual interest in. I can click on here to open a chat, or on here to book a meeting. My interest list. This is people have showed interest to, I've actually requested a meeting with, but they automatically appear in my interest list. My skip list are people I have skipped. So for example, I will show you if I go back to my recommendation and I decide to skip this person and I go back to my skip list, it should show them here. Let me see. It takes a little bit of time to load, but you will see them in your skip list. Next is your different lists. So based on the organization that you are, based on the organization and the event you will be attending, these lists will be different based on what the organizer wants to show you about the different profiles and who they are okay for you to interact with. But here, for example, I have an exhibitor list. I can use the filter above to filter the different companies, and I can decide to skip them if I'm not interested and show interest in a company if I wanted to. Now, if I wanted to search for something specific, for example, a certain city, a certain countries, for example, I would look for USA. I could look in the search box and see an exhaustive list of people, company, products, if it's a product show, that have the keyword, the key letters and word USA. So it is possible that it not only shows you profiles or countries. If someone a product has the 3 letters USA, they might come up as if this is a general search. So I think we're done here. The next step is the tab schedule here. So here I click on schedule. So if I go and I click the schedule, what I'll be able to see is number one, the different types or the different meetings that I have, or the different seminars I've booked for a specific event. So for example, here I see first my schedule, second the event program. So based on the event I'm attending, they might have shared the event schedule with me. So here I can see a list of all the events, the different types of events, the location, and the date. So you are able as an exhibitor to request to RSVP by simply clicking on this little logo. And what happens is if I go in my schedule, then I can see that I have RSVP to these events, but I have also requested a meeting with these people. So this shows you a full calendar of your event, mixing the seminars as well as the meetings you have with attendees. So the great thing here is that you can filter your event based on the date, and you can filter as well to see a specific date with the meetings you have. So something to keep, something to help you along with your meetings. Meetings can have 4 different statuses. We have status number 1, which is schedule, status number 2, which is pending, status number 3, which is awaiting response, and status number 4, which is decline. The first one and the fourth one are pretty straightforward, but pending means that someone has requested a meeting with you and you need to answer, meaning you need to accept, decline it, or reschedule it. And awaiting response means you have requested a meeting and they have not gone back to you yet. So here you can see that the message has been sent and it is awaiting for response. Now, let me show you how it would look if that person for different type of meetings. So here, for example, if I have a pending meeting, someone has requested a meeting with me, I have different calls to action. I have accept, message, reschedule, decline. Message, if I want to be able to chat for that other person and see what time they're available and then reschedule, or accept if I'm fine for this time, or just decline. Okay. So that's the different calls to action. But right now you only have awaiting response meetings. The third tool here is the notification tool. So the notification here will be either from the event organizer that wants to give you notification about the event, or there will be meeting related. So if someone has approved, declined, rescheduled the meeting, if there is anything you are lacking to do on the platform. So please keep an eye on your notifications. And finally, your profile that can always be improved and changed along the way. If you want to change your email, change your password, or change any of your personal information, please do so. As I stated on tutorial 1, the more your profile is accurate and up to date, the more you're likely to capture attention for the different attendees of the event. So that's the end for the networking platform features. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at support@grep.events. Thank you.